Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. My name is Amy. I'll be your host tonight. If you don't see your red box right there, that means you're catching the replay, which is totally fine. All you have to do is put hashtag replay in the comments. And we will welcome you in. Let's get started, y'all. Guess what finally came? July's club transfer, and I have some blueberry stems here. I think we might use these, maybe, baby. So who is excited? Not really sure how we're putting things together tonight, but guess what? It's perfectly fine. We're gonna do it together. I had a really busy day. So blueberry is the key word. All ran together. Hi, Donna. How are you? All right, so I'm going to get this over to our broadcast channel. Let me just get my words together here. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do. Kind of, sort of, maybe. I did grab some ribbon to kind of go with this project. All of these are on my Amazon store. I actually have a new section on my Amazon store called Club Accessories. So go check that out. Just comment the word blueberry and scroll down almost to the bottom and you'll see it, okay? But when you also get that message, you're going to see a link for our club cutout. So we're going to put this on a tobacco basket. I had this vision in my mind that I wanted a tobacco basket in the background of my club project. So let me skip back just a little bit more. We're going to get started painting. As I mentioned, I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't. I just know that I had this vision for the cutouts themselves. Didn't really have a vision for the colors. But I do know I want the back, like the basket part, to be white. So hopefully that helps. Blueberry! Yay, Debbie got her club yesterday. Congratulations. All right, we're going to go and start painting this white. Let me see here, y'all. Hello, hello. All right, so I'm going to use bright white paste to start painting this. This is going to be a process. I'm going to try and be as neat as possible. That doesn't really happen a whole lot, but we can attempt it tonight. So these are 2-inch foam brushes from Amazon. These are also in my Amazon store. Make sure that you guys are checking out my stories on Facebook and Instagram today and tomorrow, because I am sharing some of my favorite things that are on the Amazon Prime deal list. So, and did you know that some of those deals you have to be a Prime member in order to get? Do y'all hear my dog? She's dreaming about blueberries.
I hear her snoozing.
She is snoring up a storm.
You don't forget that this part right here will be covered.
What are you talking about? Did you just like rain on my parade?
Well, no, I was just trying to save you paste.
Save me
money.
Okay, so I really just only need to worry about the insides.
That's right.
Well, I'm glad you said something, Zach. A little too late for that.
Actually, I said it a few moments ago in the comments, but you know.
I didn't see it.
You were so focused on painting the rims. Thought I'd just help you.
Okay, next time we can run really fast.
Because I love you.
Love you too, babe. All right, so Zach's right. There's a frame. You don't need to worry about all that. And there's a frame for the inner piece. Let me just show you that, because we won't have to get this 100% perfect, because we don't do perfect around here, y'all. Okay, so the dog's done snoring because Zach woke her up. So maybe we won't have any more interruptions. And I lost my train of thought, what I was saying. What is new, right? Okay, so there is the white tobacco basket. I actually have a white one hanging up in my hallway. I have like a gallery wall. I'll have to show you guys or take a picture or something one day to show it to you. I am very proud of my gallery wall. It was a labor of, what is the word, y'all? What do they say? Labor of love. When we first moved into this house, like I even had it all like laid out like on the floor, making sure every piece was gonna go in the right spot. Okay, what is happening? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, Prime deals. So I know the Posca markers are Prime. There's a Prime deal. Oh yeah, and some of the Prime deals you have to be a Prime, Amazon Prime member. I was not aware of that until I started looking at some of them. I mean, I am, but just so you're aware, in case you didn't know. Kira, you okay over there? You sleepy? Let me just dry that off really quick with my finger. Okay, so as Zach mentioned, this outside is going to be covered with a frame. There's no need to paint that. Hey, she's coming back here, y'all, to see me. Yay! Sandy Smith got Happy Meal today. Awesome. All right, there is a little bitty thin layer. So these cutouts are on, I almost said Amazon, Etsy. I added them like 5 minutes ago. So go check that out. It's a whole set. It's the basket, the 2 frames, and then the cutouts to the transfer. Okay. So go check that out. That's wet. Hi, Kira. You just need to be right beside me? What is the deal, lady? Trying to watch All-Star Game and all my favorite crafters. I know. What's with this All-Star stuff? Is that something that's happened every year? It seems like everything is about the All-Stars right now. I mean, I'm an All-Star. I guess maybe I don't pay attention as much to that. Jackson does. He's over at Rachel's house right now, and they are watching something, I'm sure, that has to do with All-Stars. All right, so we've got most of it painted. As I mentioned, you don't need to paint the outside border because it is going to be covered. But I do want to make sure that for the most part, it's a decent shade of white and that it's not too light. Y'all see what I did there? I rhymed. So, let's do that, do this. Now, what I don't know is what color I'm going to do the background. I don't know. Let's see. Thank you. Hi, Rachel Sutton. How are you? I'm trying not to waste the paste. No. That'd be a tragedy. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and paint the background white. All right, let's do that. So that way, I don't know. We're going to just try it out. Thought about painting it Cadet mixed with black velvet. But we're going to see. We may change our mind. This is bright white. We're using our July Club transfer. Those of you that did not receive it due to the delay of them getting the tote bags, I'll show all of it to you here in a second. Those should be going out very soon. Okay, like this week. They just gotta like package up the kit, make it all cute, and get it out. And you can also join Club. It is $21.99 a month. It is free shipping. But if you join as a Perks member, which is $20 a month, $20 back to spend on a purchase and save 30% off products, you also save 30% off your Club subscription. So it's like $17.19 free shipping. So it's pretty cool. Pays to be in it. Oh, good, Glenda. Good deal. Yeah, you should be getting it soon if you haven't received it. All right, so see what we have so far. White. Hi, Michelle Pryor. Okay, so this would be technically about one coat of bright white on this tobacco basket. Remember, there will be a border around here, a frame. Let me see. Let me just get a couple spots where I see less paste. Right here. And there's always a lot of paste soaked up in your sponge, in your brush. So just be mindful of that. You can like dab it on and do all of that. Okay. Kira, you're really in the way. Hi, Janet. We're doing a club transfer with our new club cutouts. Oh, thanks, Judy. Yeah, you didn't miss much. We're just, honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing other than painting this white. And that's about the extent of it. I do know that I want to paint this frame black, I believe. And I want to paint this frame blue. Maybe I want both frames blue. So, let's see here. So let me show you. Some of you might be completely lost. When you join the club or you purchase the subscription, you're going to get an envelope. Obviously, your things are going to fit in it. Mine are just sticking out. But the transfer for July is really, really cute. So let me show you. Blueberries. Fresh, local, organic blueberries. Pick your own, 15 cents per quart, and sweet and tasty. And man, those are some big old blueberries on the transfer. So that's what we're going to use. So now I've got to figure out we have the cutouts to match. So this says blueberries, and then you have your blueberries there. We have those. I don't have to use them, but they're part of the set. And I want to make sure this is dry, and then we're going to sand it. Hi, Kathy. Let's see. Let me just set this over here. We're going to work on our frames. So I originally made like a darker blue with these two colors. So this is Cadet on top and Black Velvet. So I took a jar of Cadet and I added a bunch of black to it. Okay. So with that said, I actually want to make it just a tad bit darker. And just make sure that it's really mixed up to like a deep blue, like a navy almost. Okay. So if you can see this jar here, some of it has like a Cadet look to it. I'm actually going to take my multi-tool and get up under that edge just to kind of get some of that Cadet exposed and out of the nooks and crannies. Okay. Didn't get it all, but I got most of it. Okay, so then you have this mess right here. How much black? So I would start by a little bit of black first. Like you're just gonna have to go little by little and mix it and then see which color you like. Okay. Let me just get this cleaned off. Because we might need that in a minute. So I would just start with a little bit of Black Velvet and then you can add more as you stir. Because maybe you want it really dark. Y'all, this dog in my way is really causing a problem. I don't know who she thinks she is. Okay, so this is nice and mixed. I think that's a good blue. This is everywhere. Hi, Shirley. Okay, so the one thing about Cadet is the pigment is very strong. So just be mindful of that whenever you're working with it and try not to touch anything that's white that you don't want it to be blue. Okay. All right, so let's grab our... No, ma'am, you cannot move over any further. Come on, Kara, move. Let's grab this. Dun, 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 dun. So I do have some ribbon. Okay, I think I'm going to paint this outer one in black. All right, Deb says black. Hi, Rita. Rita, we shipped out your package for you. Come on, Kara. Move over, Rover. You're in the way. Really in the way. All right, let me see what happens. I'm going to use a makeup sponge. Just so that I don't get this all over everywhere. I know, Lorena, she does. But like you got to give me some space. Especially when I'm crafting, right? I don't have any like small width sponge brushes. Otherwise, I would use those. Good. Yes, all the first round of interchangeables that we did that one Sunday when we first introduced the new collection, those were mailed. Those were actually picked up today. The first round of orders. Dylan helped me pack those. So hopefully there's no issues. I mean, I supervised. He did pretty good. Hi, Daleen. So this is the outer frame. Okay. And then we'll do the inner frame in the navy-ish color. All right. Rita, this is from Etsy as well. We just added this. It's part of our July Club cutouts. With chalk, we have a subscription. And it goes with the transfer. Okay. All right. So there is the black frame. I'm going to set that up here. Throw that to the side. And we're going to grab this one. This is the inner frame. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, roll over Beethoven. Yes. Have the boys done their football camp? Yes, they have, Marilee. They loved it. It was at the high school here in town. They did like it. The problem is they want to enroll or they want to sign up for football, but we've already enrolled them for baseball in the fall. So I don't even know. I'm sure if the schedules would conflict, right? There'd be conflict in schedules. So I don't know. They offer football in 7th grade at the middle school, which will be next year for them, not this year. So we're thinking we're just going to wait and let them do the school football. I don't know. That's probably what we're going to do. Okay, so this is like a darker blue. This is blueberry. Blueberries are pretty dark. I don't eat blueberries. Jelly blueberries. The boys loved blueberries when they were little. We gave them to them all the time. Don't they say that blueberries are good for the brain? Or am I just making something up right now? Could be. Maybe I need to eat some blueberries. Yeah, Deb, that's why I'm saying I think we're going to have to wait. So, wow, so next year they will be. Yeah, they're starting 6th grade this year. So when I say next year, like, they'll start at 2025 for football. They're going into 6th grade. And we're counting down the days, y'all. It's coming up. We've got to do all the school supply shopping, all the clothes shopping. We got a lot to do. Got to get their schedule. Take them to the school, figure out where their classes are. Okay, so there's the inner frame. And then what's next? Now we just need to figure out what to paint our cutouts. Do you really, Marilee? I just don't think they could do both. Both football and baseball. I think they would miss one or the other at times. Okay. I don't know what to do next. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to, let's sand this down. Let me wipe this off. Yes. There's some schools that are actually starting this week and next week, like starting school. Okay, so we clean that up. I think what I'm going to do, we're going to bring back the white tobacco basket. I'm going to sand this, and I think we're just going to actually chalk on the the wood. I don't think we're going to use these. I think we'll save these for another project because I want the letters to pop in black. Well, if we paint this white, it's already white in the background. I don't know. All right, let me just sand this down a little bit because it is a little hairy from my painting. Just a little hairy. And then we'll wipe it off. Okay? Missy, this is on Etsy. This is part of the club cutouts. It comes with the blueberry, the blueberries, all the things. Okay. I mean, we could paint it in black. Chocolate and white, but I don't think that's gonna go. Yeah, you see her? She's like all up on me.
Come on, get a treat.
Go get Dad. Thank you. Oh, good.
I love you.
Okay, let me just wax this. I gotta think this through. Anybody have any ideas? They would, Anita. Okay, so hear me out. You know I like things to pop. Should we paint this in black and chocolate in white? Would that be too close to... No, I really think I want that in black. I think I'm answering my own question. Disregard. All right, so now I'm adding surface wax because this is a painted surface. And I don't want my transfer that is sticky to peel up the paste that we painted with. Okay, and I'm only concerned about this area. All right, so what I think I'm going to do next, just so I can kind of get an idea, let me make sure this is dry. Okay, all right, Deb, got it. All right, I think this is dry. Let me just make sure. I like to heavy hand things. So there was a little bit of black velvet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is put this here. Just like so. Okay, that is number one. Bear with me, y'all. Still trying to get it together. Let me just go around my edges because I see that I didn't do too bad. But I will sleep better at night knowing that this is done. Done, done, done. All right, let me grab my Stick Fast. Love this. I looked this up to see if it was on Amazon Prime deals, and it's not. Bummer. What kind of pin? It's called Mr. Pin, Jean. You can find it on my Amazon link. Just comment the word blueberry. We go all the way around. And we're going to lay this down. Already got Stick Fast on my hands. Gotta love it. Okay, and then I'm gonna lift this up and just make sure that it is even. Press down. Everything's aligned. Good to go, okay? That is what we have so far. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this down because I want to see. Hold on. Please hold. Okay. Yep, we're good. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, same thing. Wah! Put this down. And then we're going to hold this up just to make sure that everything's aligned. Once again, on each side, top and bottom. Okay. That is what we have so far, okay? My vision is coming together. All right, let me put this aside. I am going to turn on my glue gun so that when we're ready for it, it is nice and hot. I have way too much stuff up here. Okay, there's my black paste. I think we are going to use that. I've got my navy. Let me just close these so they don't get too dry. Got my wax. Don't need those. Okay, so as I mentioned, there are other cutouts that come with this set. We're going to use those another night and just use this. Okay, this comes with it as well. So let's open up our transfer. Me too, Donna. I did too. I looked as well. Okay, so this is an 8.5 by 11. You cannot purchase this on our website. You can't go buy it. You have to subscribe to Club in order to get it. And you will also be getting this month, in case you didn't know, this tote bag right here in your kit. And you're going to get ink, y'all. You're going to get ink with this one. Black and Cadet. So you can ink this transfer directly on the tote bag. Isn't that spiffy? Pretty cool, huh? All right, so let's fuzz this. I definitely want to do this in black. Black. The blueberries, I think we're going to watercolor. I know, Heather. Isn't it exciting? Like, I mean, I did not realize how popular vintage blueberries were. No clue. So I am going to fuzz this quite a bit just to make sure it's nice and not as sticky. And we're going to lay this down right here in the center. Just like so. Okay, let me just press that center down a little bit. I'm going to hold it up to make sure I got it straight. Looks fine to me. Get this out, whatever it is. Press it back down. And do this. All over. Pushing away my air bubbles. Super important. Okay. All right, I am going to grab Dune and eucalyptus for the leaves. All right, let's do the black at the top. So hopefully in a week my craft room is up and running. I cannot imagine, Deb. Cannot imagine. Okay, let's do black velvet up here at the top. Yeah. So we're going to lift this up as we go so that it does not dry in the screen. That would not be good. Pick up all your excess as you go. A little bit goes a long way. And just keep working down your silk screen wherever you want this color to end up. Okay, now I have to be careful around the leaves. So that I don't get them. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I gotta concentrate. Okay, I think we got it. Ah! All right, let's peel it up quickly. All right, so there is fresh, local, organic blueberries. Then I'm going to lay this back down just like so, and I'm going to press around wherever I did not paste, okay? Now, I have, like, pick your own. I may go ahead and just do those. Pick your own, 5 cents per quart. Let's see, what's next? Sweet and tasty. Not for me. Okay, done and done. So now we're going to lift it up again. We're going to release the paste from the screen, okay, so that it does not dry. And then I'm going to just lay it back down like so, okay? Then I'm going to make sure that all of this is pressed down, and we're going to go in with Dune. Dune is going to be the color that allows me to have like an outline, so when I color it in, okay? So let's grab Dune. Oh my gosh, y'all. Goodness. Let me grab a squeegee. And I'm just going to do this color, Dune, all over the blueberries, because we're going to watercolor those in. So that they look like blueberries. Because if we were to just put Cadet over the blueberries right now, there would be some white in the blueberries, which is fine. Because like even these that I got on Amazon, there's a little bit of white. But something spoke to me and said, do this technique. So we are. All right, let's do this. Come in here. Okay, I'm gonna grab my multi-tool here and grab some paste off of my squeegee. And we're gonna do up this itty bitty stem here. Right there. That has issues. Okay, now let me make some room because we're gonna need to clean this. Let's peel this up all the way. Just like so, okay? So ultimately, this is what we have so far. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, so we're gonna color in, basically, paint in anywhere that you see that neutral dune color, okay? So now we're gonna grab our spray bottle and a board eraser, and we're gonna clean this off. Because we are gonna go in and use this again over the top once we're done coloring, painting, okay? Hi, Lisa Johns. Thank you. I wasn't really sure where I was going with this project, to be honest. I just know I wanted the tobacco basket. Okay, there's that. Okay, so I just took a wipe to clean off some of that, the black. Running out of water, folks. My glue gun is still on. Let me turn it off though, because we're not ready for a bow. I don't know, Marcia. I mean, you could paint on a shirt or a textile with the ink as long as you heat set over the top of it. But I would not recommend painting with it on like a wood surface or our chalkboard surfaces. But definitely on like a textile for sure. Oh, you have a plan? Dana has a plan for her blueberries. Okay, so that sound typically means there's not enough water on your board eraser, which is this. No big deal. It's just annoying. So you just want to clean the front and clean the back. Notice I did not use wipes on this side. That could take away some of the, what is the word? Sticky on your back side, okay? Thanks, Sue. All right, let's wipe this off. And we're just going to set this aside because we're going to use it again once we finish watercoloring. Okay? And now you know how to clean your transfer. All right, here we go. So let's make sure that this is dry. I am done with this color. So let's put this away. This dune color is having issues, y'all. Okay, this is dry. At least I think it is. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. Y'all ready to learn? We're done with the black for now. Let's grab our darker blue. I'm gonna grab a little bit of regular blue. And some Ocean Mist. So these three colors, Cadet, Ocean Mist, and then the navy, that is the Cadet and the black mixed together. Okay, let me grab a paintbrush. Dun, 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 dun. So we're gonna do, that's too thick. Let's see. I'm just going to start painting like the outs layer, the outer part of the blueberry. Okay. Ouch. Y'all, my legs hurt so bad. So bad I can hardly walk. I don't know. We'll see how these turn out. See if they do the job of a blueberry. All right, this one I'm going to take all the way around the outer portion of this. The outer one, the outer rim. Okay, let's see. I should probably pull up what a blueberry looks like. Anybody have an idea? Aside from my blueberry pics. This is hilarious. I could be totally wrong. Pick of a blueberry. Let's see what we get. Okay. Well, they're dark. Hi, Denise. All right, let's keep going. We're just playing tonight, y'all. Just having fun. See what our blueberries turn out to be like. I thought we could kind of like mix the colors. Like some cadet, some navy. I don't know. We may not use the ocean mist. Could whitewash with the other blue. I could. You're right. Maybe I'll add a little bit of white to the top. Think about that, Deb. Oh my gosh. Okay, so random thought. I know we have some football fans here. I don't know if everybody has Netflix. This is totally random, off subject. But I have been trying to find a show for me to watch, or shows. after I get done with my lives. I've been using the same one the whole time. But you guys need to watch, if you're like a diehard football fan, you need to go watch Receiver on Netflix. It showcases several receivers. Like Quarterback was a show last year. I think it was last year or the year before that. Anyways, I've been watching that. I'm very hooked. Very, very hooked to it. And then as soon as I'm done with that, now I gotta find another show. So throw me your shows, y'all. Throw the shows this way. So this is a process, as you can tell, to watercolor. But at the end of the day, it always turns out pretty awesome. Now, notice I did not add any water to my paste. I chose not to, as I wanted it to be a little bit on the darker side. And if you add water, it's going to thin it out and make it lighter. Okay. Suits. Zach watches Suits. No, this is a navy color. This is Cadet and Black Velvet mixed. Kim, you too? No, I definitely would not watch that Receiver show with kids around. Just due to language. But it's pretty good. Look, here I am switching the colors. Or the brushes. Whenever, this is the one that I think originally was the navy color. Okay, so I'm coming over here up against the leaf. So be careful, Amy, be careful. I also want to watch, I think it's called The Rise of Simone Biles, the Olympic athlete, the gymnast. I want to watch that, so maybe I'll watch that after. Otherwise, y'all, all I do is sit and scroll on my phone. I need to do something else. I want to watch TV. All right, let's go in and see what Deb says here, Miss Deb. Maybe if we just add a little bit of this. Not a whole lot. I mean, that wasn't dry, so that is like for real mixing it. Hit the heart button for me, y'all. If you would be so kind. I don't know. I don't know what blueberries are like. I don't eat them. Let me add a little bit of water. The Olympics start next week? Like for real? See, I don't pay attention to that either. Then I will definitely have plenty to watch. If that's the case. The 26th. Awesome. Thanks. I love watching the Olympics, especially the Summer Olympics. Okay, so adding a little bit of water to this paintbrush. Those look like blueberries. They're gonna, because that's what they're gonna get. All right, let's put these up. Blueberry shortcake. I've never heard of that. I've heard of like Strawberry Shortcake. We watched a movie about J.D. Vance's drumstick for vice president life growing up. It's called Hillbilly. Oh, I think I saw that. Okay, so next thing is I'm going to use eucalyptus for... Okay, Deb says only the brighter ones do. All right, Deb. So I need to add more. I love you, Deb. I love you, Miss Deb. I love you. All right, hold on. Let me grab... Hold on. I gotta concentrate. Deb threw me for a loop. Deb has not crafted in a long time, so she is the new backseat crafter. She's gonna boss everybody around and tell them what to do. Better? Let me know. Okay, next step. Grab another paintbrush or two and let's get busy on our... This is just going to be one color. So this one should be fairly easy. The key here is staying in the lines, which is why we do the color dune in the outline. It's really going to help you with that. It's just going to be easier. It's better for you, okay? Y'all, I went to the beauty salon today, or the nail salon. I didn't go to the beauty salon. I guess it's beauty. It was so nice to just sit in the chair with my muscles burning and not move. Okay, so see? Leaf. Looks blue on the screen, but it's not. All right, let's take this all the way up the stem. Can't wait to see how this turns out. Okay, that's too thick. There we go. All right, done with that. Now we have to finish off this leaf. Why did I do that? There we go. Outlander was a great series. Okay, why does that sound familiar? So here's the deal about Mr. Zach. He watches all sorts of shows. I'm sure he's watched everything. Matter of fact, he's in there right now watching a show. He's like, 8 o'clock, I got a show. I'm like, what does that mean? You're not going to bring me something if I need it? Fine. So then what I'm going to do after I'm done here and I have my show and be like, from 10 to midnight, I got a show. Don't bother me. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me about cutouts. Nothing. Okay, now, step 987 is what we're on. Need to make sure this is dry. Coming to the home stretch, folks. I'm going to turn the glue gun back on. I guess. No, so Deb, he didn't give up on lives. We're going to just focus on this. You make a lemon blueberry cake. So that sounds like a great combination. Lemons and blueberries. Probably wouldn't eat it. I haven't sat down long enough where I'm not focusing on a show. But I need to. We've just been so busy. You know, these mini sale Mondays just keep us busy along with everything else. Because y'all are so awesome. And it's like even one of those times where I am relaxing or sitting down, like that to me is like work. I'm hoping Zach will pop on live this weekend here on our page. And there goes my wipes. Okay, so that's what we have right now. All right. Up close. I mean, well, you can tell. I just saw it. Like, you wouldn't want to leave it like that. It looks like a hot mess. Okay, thanks, Judy. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my wax and we are going to put wax on our blueberries and our leaves and stem, of course. Okay, because we're going to lay that transfer down again and go over it in black velvet to cover up those imperfections. Okay, so we have our transfer like so. I'm going to take the fuzzing cloth. We're going to fuzz it again. I know we've already done this once, but we cleaned it. Anytime you clean it, you remove the fuzz from the back of the transfer. Okay. Y'all, this is coming out really nice. Glad we added that ocean mist, Deb, to the blueberries. Thanks for your advice. Michelle, what is today? Wednesday? Oh no, you're not at church today. Let me just fuzz this. So we're only going to focus on the blueberry section. I'm not going to worry about where all the letters are, all the words are, the numbers. We have numbers on this one. What we're going to do is we're going to lay this down and line it right up with the original thing that we added chalk paste to. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to focus on this area right here. I'm going to press this down, make sure I don't have any air bubbles. And we're going to take our black velvet and we're going to go over it. I know, Connie, doesn't it look great? Okay, so let me grab my squeegees. I really think squeegees grew legs and left this craft room. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and we're going to just do this on this section only. And this is just going to cover up anywhere that we put the dune. The dune. Okay. Go over the leaves. Just the leaves. And the blueberries. Remember, we don't need to go back over the words. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly grab, well, it's not going to be quick because nothing is quick right now. I'm going to grab some paste from my squeegee onto my detail tool. And I'm going to do this little area. Up here that goes in between those letters. Y'all, look at this. My blueberries are perfection. Holy stinking cow. Look at that. I did it. I did it. I wasn't sure at first. I trusted the process. I took y'all's advice. Hot diggity dog. That is really cool. Now, why am I drying this? I've done that before. Don't dry the transfer with the paste on it, okay? I think it's because I was looking at this. This needs to dry. That's the excuse I'm going with, okay? Okay. All right, let's clean the back. Thanks, Rita. Okay, so let's just clean this off really quick. I want to get this out of the way. Now, I need to know... Okay, so what I was starting to say, my mind's all over the place. For some reason, I feel like I need to grunge this up. Let me think. Just let me think. Let me grab my backer sheet. It's always white, shiny side to sticky side. There is a yellow, shiny side. Don't put that to sticky, okay? I know, right, Kim? All right, let me just wipe this off, all the excess water. Set that over here. Now we're gonna dry this, okay? Like something tells me to grunge this up a little bit. I don't know what it would be though. Oh, hi, Kira. You coming back in here, girl? Hi, girl. I don't know. What do y'all think? Like where the white is? Okay, so I have ribbon. You need a bow. Should we add our little picks? It's so precious. Kelly says, leave it the way it is. Leave it the way it is. So no bow or anything? You mean I bought all this for no reason? See, they're saying grunge it up. Some are saying. I don't know. Like old weathered. Let me see. Maybe just a tad. Okay, just bear with me. You know, I can always just have Zach cut me another one and then redo it. Okay, what about like the walnut stain? Something else I looked for today is to see if the blending brushes were on Amazon Prime deal, and they were not. Grunge between the two frames only. Okay, give me a second. We're going to be here for a second. I see why you guys are saying that. So it'll look more of like the brown tobacco basket. Y'all never seen a white one? I have one hanging in my hallway. These are really handy, y'all. These are on my Amazon shop. They're not part of Prime Deals, but they're not expensive. And they are very easy to use. Affordable. Yeah, exactly. If you don't like it, paint it white. Throw it out. Have y'all ever made anything and then you just immediately took it to the trash? I mean, I've had a couple projects like that. Not many. Okay, we're going around the sides. Oh, man. Or it's like, with me, so like obviously we have lots of projects, right? Well, we have this mud bench that Zach and I, well, mostly Zach, like it was like a hall closet that had the double doors where you can put your like coats and stuff whenever you come in the house. Well, I'm sorry, but we don't really wear coats. Doesn't get cold enough in here. I mean, it does in the winter, but not a whole lot. Not for a long period of time. So we made it to like, I've always wanted like a mud bench where like you could sit, put your shoes on, whatever. So he did that, took the doors down, whatever. Well, that has now become the collection of all the projects. And I say all of our projects go to die on that mud bench. Like literally stacked. So what do? We go through them every so often whenever we get time. And if it doesn't spark me joy, in the trash. So it's pretty sad. But it's the truth. Y'all, I'm liking the brown. We're almost done. But y'all still say no bow? Okay. Whatever. All right. Better? Yes, I think it's better. I think that added a whole different level to it. I think it looks much better. We don't throw all of them away, Kelly. Trust me. All right, I think that's better. But we need to get better at selling them for sure. Okay, y'all like it like this, but still no bow, is that correct? I don't know where it would go. And it may be too big. So guess what? We may just have to make a blueberry round and do a bow maybe on like a Big Bow Friday this month. Because I got ribbon for it and the blueberry little picks. So we've got to use it, right? You'd be in my trash, Donna. I know, it's so sad. We need to do better. Zach and I are trying to do better about that. Okay, no bow. All right. So here's the final. Y'all ready? Let me scoot it up. So this you could do two things, right? You could put some twine here to hang. You could put it on one of our little easels. I am just about done today, y'all. You could set it on an easel to display, which I'll probably do that. Or you could purchase one of our hangers on Etsy whenever you snag this. But what do y'all think? I think it turned out good. I like it. So, y'all have a great night. Comment the word blueberry. Go check your messages. All of this is in there, including the club cutouts. We nailed the color, y'all. Bye.